Today on Better Golf, join host PGA Touring Pro Doug Reed as he reveals tips and secrets on how to turn those long fairway and tee shots into scoring opportunities. And you'll be introduced to a revolutionary new iron that gives you more distance than a driver, is 3 times more accurate than a conventional iron, and is guaranteed to take strokes off your score. And see the exciting attempt to break the distance record for the longest golf shot ever hit from the fairway, over 330 yards. It's all coming up in this edition of Better Golf.
Hello, I'm Doug Reed. Welcome to Better Golf. Today, I'm going to show you how you can shave 6 to 8 shots off your score by revealing some secrets of how to hit the most difficult shot in golf, the long fairway shot. 180 yards to 225 yards out is considered the most critical scoring area. If you can hit the green from 180 to 225 yards, you're almost guaranteed a par or possibly a birdie. But if you hook or slice, you're almost guaranteed a bogey or worse. So how do you cure a hook and a slice? First of all, you got to know why the ball hooks and slices. If you hit a ball off the toe, the impact opens the club face, and the ball will start out to the right. But then a stronger force, known as gear effect, takes over and spins the ball violently to the left. That's the dreaded hook. But the reverse happens with the heel shot. At impact, the club face closes and starts off to the left. Then the gear effect spins it wildly to the right, creating that nasty slice. But the easiest way to correct hooks and slices is to get yourself a controller. It's scientifically designed to automatically correct hooks and slices. It's got the roll and bulge, so therefore if you hit the ball on the toe or the heel, it makes the ball go straighter. So come with me, let's go play some golf.
Take a hold of the controller club, and it will get me straight down the fairway and give me a lot of power, get me to the par 5s and 2.
Here we are at a great par 5 at Barton Creek. As you can see, it's a tight golf hole. You got bunkers right, a big oak tree to the left. It veers to the left, so I want to hit something out there that's got enough power, but yet I'm going to hit straight enough. That's why I've chosen the controller. With its bigger head, I'm going to hit the ball far enough, and with its rolling bulge, I'm going to hit it straight enough. And one reason is because people have this preconception that drivers are longer. But they're really not. In the case for the controller, in an independent study, the controller went 5 yards farther than one of the leading drivers today. And that makes a lot of sense. Because the head is bigger than an iron, but smaller than a wood, there's more mass directly behind the ball, which imparts more force. So therefore, there's more force that makes the ball go farther. One little tip, though. I see so many amateurs set up to the golf ball off the tee, especially, trying to hit that big drive on a par 5. They play the ball way too far forward. As you can see, it's way outside my left foot. They feel that the farther forward, the farther the ball is going to go. But in reality, from that distance, your body can't make a good swing and make good solid contact. So it means a ball that goes offline, it doesn't go very far at all. So next time when you have a tee shot, make sure you play that ball somewhere inside your left instep. Set up to it, and you're in a position to make good solid contact. Ball's going to go straight and far. You just watch. Look at that. Can't do it better than that. Unbelievable, right through the fairway. Right down the middle of the fairway, playing the wind. It's going to give me a chance at possibly going for this green in 2. That's why I've chosen the controller. Just remember, when you're hitting the ball off the tee, especially with the controller, it's got such a low center of gravity, you can go ahead and tee that ball low to the ground. That ball is going to get up in the air very easily. And also, remember, make sure that you're very loose, relaxed, get that ball back in your stance, and have a great day and play some great golf.
Since I've been playing the controller, I've been hitting the ball much straighter. I've shaved several strokes off my game, and it's just an all-around great club.
Here we are on a beautiful par 5. I've hit about a 275-yard drive, which is into this wind today is pretty good. As you can see, it's a very tight hole. Looks like a bowling alley down there. Got trees right, I got trees left, I've got the green completely surrounded by bunkers, and I've got water all the way around the green. Very difficult shot. So what is the right choice in club on this shot? Well, most golfers are going to automatically reach for their 3-wood because they want that distance. But in reality, because the club's so long, most of them don't make good contact. And if they do, the ball curves off to the right, curves off to the left. They have real problems. Then on the other hand, you run into another golfer that wants to hit his long irons because he feels that they're more accurate and they're easier to hit. But in reality, from this distance, on his best day, he's probably never going to carry it that far. He's going to hit it, if he hits the best he can, it goes in the water. The choice is really the controller. And the reason is that you have the distance that you have in a 3-wood, and you have even more accuracy than you do in an iron, because the roll and bulge makes the ball go straighter. Just watch this. Right at it. Go in. That's close. Look at that, within 15 feet. That's why the best choice is the controller. It's easier to hit, goes farther and straighter.
Imagine more distance than a driver and more accuracy than an iron. Introducing the revolutionary controller driving iron from NGC Golf. NGC Golf took the best of a driver and the best of an iron and created an entirely new patented club that hits 5 yards further than one of the leading drivers on the tour and 3 times more accurately than a long iron. The controller is the only iron that has a scientifically designed elliptical face that automatically corrects hooks and slices caused by off-centered shots. And the controller hits further than a driver because its smaller, heavier head increases club head speed and concentrates more weight directly behind the ball. These unique features are why the controller set the world distance record from the fairway of over 330 yards. The controller also has a lower center of gravity, a rounded leading edge, peripheral weighting, and a forward hosel to guarantee you hit clean and accurate shots. From tight lies, side hill lies, and fairway bunkers, best of all, the controller driving iron conforms to USGA rules. Remember, independent tests prove that the controller hits 5 yards further than one of the most popular drivers of the tour, and 3 times more accurately than a long iron. There is no other club like this in golf today. So to enjoy having your own controller driving iron, call the number on screen now and cut 6 to 8 strokes off your scores. Play the controller driving iron risk-free for 30 days and improve your distance, your accuracy, and lower your score to its lowest ever, or your money back. Call this number and put the fantastic stroke-saving controller in your bag today for just £79. Get the distance, get the accuracy, and start shaving strokes off your score. This special TV offer is limited, so have your credit card ready and call the number on your screen. Call now.
One more tip. When you take your stance in a bunker, you want to make sure that you get your feet nice and settled, especially somebody as big as I am, because when I swing, my feet will move. So I settle down, put the club behind the ball, not touching the sand. So you want to make sure that you grip down that club about 1.5 inches. If you don't, your arms are going to be too long and you're going to hit the sand behind it. I imagine you've all experienced that. Let's see how this controller works. Go in. Whew. Look at that. 20 feet behind the pin. A chance for an eagle.
Obviously it works. Ever since I've been hitting the controller, my balls are going straighter and I'm shooting better scores.
The ball is well below my feet. It's what you call a side hill or downhill lie. And the biggest problem that I see in most players is they get their weight too much on the balls of their feet. Because what happens, their upper body becomes heavy and tips them forward. So when they take the club back, their weight goes forward, which makes them come over the top, and they hit the ball on the heel or the toe. So next time you hit this shot, you want to make sure that your weight is back in your heels against the heel, because when you take that club back, the weight's going to want to fall forward. And remember, anytime you're on a side hill lie, you're probably going to miss hit the ball more often than you would if you're in a flat lie. So if you hit the ball on the heel or toe, you want a golf club that's going to help you, like the controller. Let me show you this shot. That's close. Go in. Look at that. A chance for a birdie. That's what you're striving for on these side hill lies. Stay balanced and hit it where you're looking.
The controller iron has changed my golf game from the mid-90s. Now I'm regularly breaking 90. I'm in the 80s. The other day I even shot an 83.
In 1996, PGA pro Mike Smith used the extraordinary power of the controller driving iron to set a world distance record of 335 yards off the grass at La Manga Golf Club in Spain. Today, Doug Reed will attempt to break that world record with the amazing controller. Here are the rules for today's world record attempt. Number 1, the shot must be hit over flat ground. There may be no help from the wind. Use of a tee is not allowed. The ball must be hit off the grass, and there is a maximum of 5 shot attempts. And, of course, the shot must remain in the fairway. All right, Doug looks like he's ready, so let's watch. Looks like he almost came out of his shoes on that swing. He hit it well, a little to his right, but still in the fairway. This ball is definitely short of the record, though. Now, here's Doug's second attempt. He doesn't seem too happy with his contact. But look at this. This ball is dead straight. Might have a chance. It's going to be short. Here it is, the third try now to break this amazing world distance record of 335 yards.
Right at it.
What a beautiful shot. Looks like the controller has done its job this time. Look at the ball roll. It's straight as can be. He's done it. Doug has broken the world distance record off the fairway.
Woo, all right, new world record. Dig it. I love it. God, it's great. Did it with this great controller by NGC Golf, just like the one you can buy if you order today.
Imagine more distance than a driver and more accuracy than an iron. Introducing the revolutionary controller driving iron from NGC Golf. NGC Golf took the best of a driver and the best of an iron and created an entirely new patented club that hits 5 yards further than one of the leading drivers on the tour and 3 times more accurately than a long iron. The controller is the only iron that has a scientifically designed elliptical face that automatically corrects hooks and slices caused by off-centered shots. And the controller hits further than a driver because its smaller, heavier head increases club head speed and concentrates more weight directly behind the ball. These unique features are why the controller set the world distance record from the fairway of over 330 yards. The controller also has a lower center of gravity, a rounded leading edge, peripheral weighting, and a forward hosel to guarantee you hit clean and accurate shots. From tight lies, side hill lies, and fairway bunkers, best of all, the controller driving iron conforms to USGA rules. Remember, independent tests prove that the controller hits 5 yards further than one of the most popular drivers of the tour, and 3 times more accurately than a long iron. There is no other club like this in golf today. So to enjoy having your own controller driving iron, call the number on screen now and cut 6 to 8 strokes off your scores. Play the controller driving iron risk-free for 30 days and improve your distance, your accuracy, and lower your score to its lowest ever, or your money back. Call this number and put the fantastic stroke-saving controller in your bag today for just £79. Get the distance, get the accuracy, and start shaving strokes off your score. This special TV offer is limited, so have your credit card ready and call the number on your screen. Call now.
You have just been watching a commercial presentation.